Well, the SABC scooped 3 awards in the coveted Regional Vodacom Journalist of the Year Awards in Bloemfontein last night. Television news journalist Hasina Gori walked away with the Television News Award for her repatriation story. Senior Constitutional Court reporter Candice Nolan took the Radio News Award for her piece on trains, while Sinenhlanhla Mthembu won for her feature story on Women's Month. Gori accompanied foreign nationals on a 3-day bus journey from South Africa to Malawi. This after the loss of their baby following the xenophobic attacks. Gori's piece zoomed into the family's reunification. Nolan's piece focused on the Constitutional Court victory for victims of train accidents who are flung out of open train doors. Well, we're very pleased to be joined in studio by our very own Vodacom winner, and she is Miss Hasina Gori, our very own SABC reporter. Hasina, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for the congratulations.
How does it feel?
Actually, yesterday when I saw the tweets, I was shocked. It took me a good hour to sink in that I've won. But it reminded me why I became a journalist, to tell the stories of the people that are unheard, the people that are marginalized, and the people that don't always get their stories told on TVs. They're not politicians, they're not ministers. And that was the beauty of the story. It was following a normal family who came to South Africa to, find a better life. And they were sent home without that dream being made. So that's the beauty of that story, and so it really inspired me and motivated me to tell more stories and to go out and find those voices that are not heard.
I mean, do tell us, humanitarian stories, Hasina, I'm sure it is very difficult to put it across. How do you keep it compelling and also emotive as it was in your piece?
I think the first thing with this kind of stories, especially humanitarian stories, is trust. Building trust with people, building trust with the people that you're going to be interviewing, because they don't owe you a story. They don't owe you to talk to you. So you have to first create that trust. And that's what we got with the story. We spent 3 days with them on the bus, talking with them, finding out more about their journey. And as we went along, we found that they opened up a lot more. So it was able for us then to be emotive, to see them reunite with the family and see the father saying that I'm just happy my children came back, even though they might not have came back with their dreams fulfilled. But we're happy that they're alive and they're back here in Malawi.
Yeah, Hasina, this is what I wanted to know. Are you going to do a follow-up on the story? Are we going to see how the family has actually, moved back home? How are they doing? Is that anything that we can look forward to in the near future?
So the story was a mission that was done by Gift of the Givers, as well as the Malawian consulate here in South Africa. And we've been talking with them throughout the year to try and find a way to go back and tell the story again, see how they're doing, whether or not they've managed to find work, because government government had offered them specific things when they moved back, that they will, be able to get some training, be able to do farming. Because when we went to Malawi and we saw the way their lives were, we realized that there's a reason why people come to South Africa, not because of any other reason, but because they need to have their dreams fulfilled. They want to make a better life for their families and for their future. So that's the reason they come here. So hopefully we hope that back in Malawi, they started giving them training, giving them economic help to be able to do that as well back home.
I'd love to know what actually happened there, Hasina. What's next in your story, Paul? What can you expect from Hasina?
Who knows what tomorrow might bring, because as a daily reporter, there's always something happening. Yeah. But hopefully more humanitarian stories, more stories that make you think, make you understand the world around you and understand why people do things. So yes.
And Hasina, before I let you go, once again, I'd like you to encourage other young journalists out there that are feeling that, maybe content gets lost along the way in edit or something. Do tell them, tell them what's your winning formula to make sure that you carry your story right from the conception to the end.
Stay true to your voice. Find it. Find your voice, whatever it is. Whether it's the one that wants to be compassionate, whether it's the one that wants to be inspiring, or whether it's sensationalist, whatever it is, find that voice and hone it in. Work on it. Work on your way of telling stories. Find people. People always give you content to your story. It's seeing that mother cry. It's seeing that joy of a father hugging his son after not seeing him for 3 years. Those win the story, especially in television. And for young journalists out there, take every opportunity you get. Don't think that, you know what, another story will come along. You never know when it's going to be your big story.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations once again. Now I understand you also nominated again for this evening's, or is it tomorrow's event?
It's not for tomorrow, so we are now nominated for the National Vodacom Journalist of the Year, which is later in the year. I think it's in November.
Okay.
And whoever wins in these categories through all the regions will then be able to concede at national level. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, good luck to that. Hopefully you can scoop that one up and bring it right back home here on the SABC News. That is our award-winning journalist, Miss Hasina Gori, talking to us about her prestigious award where she bagged herself a Vodacom prize for her repatriation story. Congratulations once again.